Hello, do you ever feel that you're making your life more complex, more complicated than it really needs to be? I think that we spend so much time cramming stuff into our schedules, thinking it will bring us more happiness and more prosperity. The separation in the modern world between our life and our work can be very, very hard to keep. So here are 5 tips to simplify your life for a calmer, clearer head, to focus on the things in your life that really matter. Hi everyone, welcome to Better Creating. My name is Simon if you've not been here before, and this channel is all about simplifying creative life. At the time of filming this video, it's the end of 2020 and it has been a year. I hope you're alright, I hope things are going well. A lot of people have found it very challenging. So, to that end, because it can be such a challenging life these days, this video is about how minimalism and simple living has helped me find balance. Let's do it. This short series is about finding simple ways to shift our mindset to invite more simplicity into our life so we can hone in on the important things. The previous video in this series focused on a minimalist approach to productivity to simplify your work and get things done. But I've also found that productivity benefits from a simpler and more balanced lifestyle. So here are my 5 tips for a better work-life balance and leading a more simple life. Number 1 is fewer commitments, more meaningful connections. How much of your day are you really prioritising yourself and your time? There's a saying which goes something like, we are all the protagonist in our own story. So if your life is a film, you're the protagonist, the question is, are you giving yourself enough screen time and enough kind of solo attention? What I'm getting at here is not to say that relationships and friends and all of that aren't important, or that you should suddenly become a recluse. But it follows that if we are intentional about investing in the specific important relationships and perhaps reducing the number of kind of draws on our time and connections, we're able to spend more time doing something which I think a lot of us in the modern world fail to do, which is take time and space for ourselves, just to think, get clarity and work out where we're going, what we want, and kind of get perspective on everything that's happening. Are you spreading yourself too thin in your relationships? I've been particularly bad at this, dividing my time too much between lots of people in different groups, rather than investing more fully in specific relationships to develop deeper and more meaningful connections. Number 2, the idea of giving more than you receive, or the idea of living from abundance. So thinking about how you can focus on sharing and giving the things that you already have, rather than trying to bring into your life and receive things that you don't. One of the great things about that is it builds a really healthy relationship to control. It also means that we shift our focus to finding pleasure and satisfaction from sharing and giving to others, which we have control over, as opposed to focusing on the things we don't have and that we want to get from other people. As such, our actions are more purposeful and effective. It also fits with a minimalist approach to life because just like giving away the belongings that we no longer get value from and just clutter up our lives, we're also able to give them to others who will actually value them. We get more pleasure from giving gifts rather than receiving them, reasserting that we don't need more things to be happy. So take back some control and give more than you receive. Number 3, consume content intentionally. We are all bombarded by opportunities to consume and take in new information, digital entertainment and on-the-minute news. It is perhaps the single greatest contributor to stress and anxiety in today's world. Why not ask, do you really need to know right now, as the media sentiment suggests? And are you actually making active choices about what that content is and when you consume it? Or are you just going down an unintended swipe hole? Oh, sounds horrible, right? How important is it for you right now to know about the lives of others, really? Building a habit to allocate specific time to read, watch and listen to things can help us be more thoughtful about what it is we listen to. Removing social media apps from your phone might mean that you just log on to check them on a desktop once a day, or turning off notifications and keeping your devices away from where you sleep might help with that too. Remember to value sleep. Getting serious about the value of sleep is one of the best priorities we can have. My friend Phil read Matthew Walker's Why We Sleep, and was so struck by the impact of poor sleep on your physical and mental health that he actually couldn't sleep properly for a week. If that's not motivation to take it seriously, I don't know what is. As Walker says, if we all slept enough, our healthcare burden would plummet, we would have better mental health, our businesses would be more productive, our children smarter. Sleep is the very best health insurance policy you could ever wish for. Check out Walker's book, maybe after a nap. The troubles and stresses we perceive in our work and personal life can often be a symptom of being sleep deprived or running on empty rather than the cause of our unhappiness. Real deep sleep also helps our brains process and organise our experiences, meaning we are more equipped to clarify what is important to us and thus simplify how we focus our energy for each day. Win-win. Number 5 is declutter the thoughts that you're avoiding. Now, some people call this meditation, some people might call it journaling, you might just call it doing nothing. But what it is addressing the things in the background that you are at risk of not addressing. Let me explain what I mean. I think as humans, we have an instinct to adapt and survive. It's just built in, right? Now, if you're lucky enough, like me, not to be living in a crisis such as a war or a famine or having your way of life threatened, then I think that often that instinct translates into action which is about being happy and feeling comfortable. And the problem is that it also means that we can seek happiness and comfort in a way which avoids the real stuff, the real emotions or thoughts or things in the background that we should be dealing with. It's a reason that I think so many people aren't as productive and don't make as much progress in what they want to make progress in as they might otherwise do. Making real time to do nothing and just reflect can be the most difficult thing to do, because I think instinctively we know it means we have to face the difficult stuff. Try asking the same questions you would ask if you were decluttering your house. Stay with me on this. Ask yourself, what thoughts and issues in my life am I hiding away rather than sorting through them? What do I really need to be holding on to? What thoughts are bringing me anxiety or making me unhappy? What is redundant and just still hanging around? That way we can stay present and focus on the things that bring us joy. I think the same goes for connecting with the people in your life that you live with or the important people. I found that over 2020, my girlfriend and I live in this room working next to each other most of the day if I'm at home. So you can spend days in the same house not really connecting. Now, one thing that we've loved doing has been going for walks. We've gone outside together at our lunch break or in the evening and taken a walk together to reconnect, talk about what's on our mind, make plans, check in with each other, something that is easy to forget to do. And it's something really positive that's come out of this period, very difficult period for a lot of us during the COVID pandemic. Greg McEwen talks about this on his podcast. He's been doing exactly the same with his wife, and it was really nice to hear that them talk about a very similar experience. And like them, we're going to keep doing it because actually it's reminded me how important it is to make space, to declutter all that background stuff. Clearing space to organise the important stuff. How minimalist is that? To end the year, if you're watching this as this comes out, it's bang on the end of 2020. Big love, big thanks. Check out some of these videos for more on the channel's content. Subscribe if you're not already. Smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next video in the next year. Bye.